Hi guys! So a lot of you have been asking me within the past few years how to manage your own time, run a successful business. How do you manage to now for 10 years be self-employed, do your taxes, make a living for yourself, make a life for yourself, own all these things, sustain and everything that comes with adult responsibilities and having, I guess, a life even outside all of this. Well, I can answer all of those questions for you. I just wanted to make it into one committed quick video. You guys know I love teaching you stuff for free. So yeah. I basically can start off with sharing my experience, and basically you sort of have to strategize what it is you really want to do first and foremost. You have to really physically write down long-term plans and what you see yourself in the future. How you see yourself in the future. I mean, like, what kind of life you would lead. Really just sit down and envision and literally, like, put pictures, put words, put deadlines, put goals. You have to do this. There's no option. Otherwise, you will never succeed. You will never get ahead just by keeping it in your head. You will never get ahead by keeping it in a head. So you have to physically write it down and have your goals there and focus on it. And then when you do that, then things will become clear. You will know just exactly what to do. And so obviously there comes a lot of changes and emergencies, and you have to realize not to put all your eggs in one basket because of this, okay? So many people run just that one business and not realize that one business can fail. Even if it's a $100 million business, a lot of times people have side businesses that there's that one large egg, and then that's like their nest egg, and then they have other businesses worth like $10 million, $1 million, they're running multiple things. And like even the top people who run these businesses know not to put all their eggs in one basket. Look at Elon Musk, for example, running multiple businesses, literally. Like I think he has at least 6 businesses now. And obviously the big cash cow is the Tesla, right? And the SpaceX. But then he has these other smaller businesses that are not doing as great, or, but, he's smart to just do that anyway. And he has a vision and a goal, clearly. Otherwise, he wouldn't do what he does. How do you think he got to where he was? He had a vision, a goal. He probably wrote them down, like most people would who are ahead. And there is a statistic out there that does say that a very limited percent, I think 1 to 5% of people actually have ever written down goals, and only a fraction of that percent knows exactly what they want, reviews them daily, and goes for it and focuses on it with all their might. And those people are rich. I mean, it's no coincidence. So the way to get there is doing that, guaranteed, unless you just win the lottery or fall upon it from a trust fund. If you want to be a trust fund baby, be my guest. It's much easier that way. No, I mean, seriously, be my guest. Good for you. If that's your life, you don't have to try too hard. You don't have to do anything, fine. But if you truly have a dream and a vision, a goal, do it anyway. Maybe you're already born watching me. You, yes, I'm talking to you. Maybe you're already born into a rich family and you have a dream. Do it anyway, Money doesn't last. I've definitely witnessed that in my life. So you gotta realize that if you don't have a vision for really like a clear focus, you can have $1 billion and you'll lose it. It's so easy to lose money. It comes and goes anyway. You just have to really know what you want. A lot of people think like they can do this and that, and then they don't know what they want to do with their money and they give it away, or they go shopping too much and then they're broke, So basically, I'm trying to say for a business, you really have to discipline yourself and structure everything in your life to revolve around your focus. Now, you also have to keep in mind tax season. So you can either have the option to pay the amount in full once a year or just pay it quarterly, which is every 3 months. That's at your discretion. I cannot tell you what is best. For experience, I just know that you have to pay no matter what. You don't want problems, and you definitely want to continue running as a business. And with anything, like you have to budget and put aside for that. So you may see that big check and get excited, but don't jump too soon, because that's that check before taxes, okay? Like people who work a regular old job receive their check after taxes. So it may look disappointing, but it's a huge relief for them because they don't have to pay a dime more. And oftentimes they get refunds. We don't get refunds. So, yeah, I remember one year I owed a huge tax bill, and it came as such a shock. Thankfully, I had it, and then I saved some on top of that. But that year was like a hefty load, and I didn't consider deductions, and I didn't even know what they were. So definitely think of something that could be deduction worthy, like schooling, online courses, donating to a church, a ministry, consider what would be beneficial for deduction. Maybe hiring someone and deducting their paycheck that you give them, even if it's just like a cleaning lady for around the house, or someone like a family member who just helps you and you write them a check. Honestly, that's a deduction, and you just give it to them for helping you out with doing whatever you do with your business, right? And so there's little like loopholes and tricks and techniques you can do. Like if you work out of your home, your real estate is technically deductible within your mortgage. And then if you own other property like land, and yeah, again, just like charitable giving in general, even donating clothes is tax deductible, believe it or not. So it adds up, and you can actually benefit long-term by doing that. So, consider those things and look up and talk to your attorney, okay? Not attorney, oh my God, advisor. And see what's best for you. If you want to also sign up as a LLC, like Limited Liability Corporation, which protects you in many ways, but that's an extra cost. And that's mostly for people who hire someone to help them with their business. So there's a lot to think about to get serious, but there's also the fun side of it. Of course, when you're a sole proprietor, you have the literal freedom to do whatever you want. There's no one nagging you. There's no one telling you what to do, breathing down your neck. You're the boss here. So if you're the boss, you have a huge load of responsibilities, and that means less time perhaps to hang out with friends. You have to sacrifice less time to go intermingle and go dating and meet people. And I've been there, done that. I've noticed the more time I spend with friendships and in relationships, the less focus I have on my businesses, and they start to dwindle down and die down, because you're spending too much energy, and everything is energy in this universe. So you have to just tune in and focus on what you really desire and do it, okay? I'm not saying don't have a life, but sometimes if you want to get ahead than the majority, you need to put aside those things, and a healthy amount of time, maybe like once a month, once every 2-3 months, you meet up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Really, like, you got to sacrifice a lot of time and sometimes sleep, honestly, okay? And then you look back 6 months from now, working hard literally every single day, even weekends, if you're that serious, and you realize you were literally 5 years ahead of what you even expected. So you can proceed 10 times the amount you even anticipate just by literally doing that rinse and repeat every single day, even Saturday, even Sunday. If you're a person of faith, I understand Sunday is off, but you know what I'm saying. Sunday, you could still take time at night, write down in a journal your focus. You have a daily routine. You got to have a routine. So, and get disciplined. Again, like I said, whatever it is your business is, and I'm being very broad and brief because there's a multitude of businesses. There's makeup artists. There's even people like independent dentists. I mean, people like YouTubers, people who want to build rockets and spaceships, like Elon, there's a load. I mean, stock market people, like, I know someone who knows someone who's a literal millionaire on Forex. I mean, and I hear about him all the time, and it's like very cool to hear his stories and feedback on things about the market and getting ahead and stuff. And I'm always wondering, like, wow. And they have like multiple rental properties, and like there's so much you can do out there that, like, nowadays, like, if you don't have 3 jobs, it's almost like you have to. It's almost looked at as a shame if you don't have multiple jobs, because, like, it's very rare someone has the gift nowadays to just have that one job. Like, that's a dead dream like 5 years ago. Like, people have multiple, like, even if you work a job, you most likely do something on the side, like sell things on Etsy or something, like, you gotta have something nowadays to survive in this world, because nothing's the same. You saw what happened with a lot of websites that are just not the same as in like 2010, and you have to have faith and stick to what you believe will work. So if some website's dwindling down and you stick with it and it ends up better in the long run, you know what, just keep going, keep doing it. You got to be consistent, and you have to fight sometimes for your dreams, okay, even if it means letting go of some people. And that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope this helped. This was pretty brief summary, but since you guys asked, maybe this inspires some of you to go after your dreams, and allows you the courage to perhaps go for self-employment. And maybe if you work for someone and you really do have a good idea, then do it. Innovative. Just make sure you're unique, you're special, you're different. What will separate you from the rest? What will people look at you and say, oh, that's you, you're different from the rest? No one on earth is doing the exact same thing as you are. So as long as you do that, you do it every day, rinse and repeat. And sometimes you will feel tired, but when you're tired, that's when you're about to hit like the big jackpot. So keep going, keep pushing. Don't stop. You have to be really resilient, and you have to fend off the criticism as well. But also, don't just avoid it at all costs. Don't take it to heart, but criticism is meant to also improve you. So if it's something that hurts to hear, but it will help you grow and stretch, do it, right? Attend conferences, take courses, read books, learn something new, educate yourself also. Again, you got to sacrifice time. Personally, I chose for years now just not to watch television. Like, I used to just sit down and just, I can't believe I did this at one point, but like binge it. And I think I stopped doing that since 2014. Yeah, and I haven't looked back, honestly, because it's just a thing of the past. I mean, nowadays we have things online, everything on our phones, right? Our little mobile computers. But even that, you have to like avoid sometimes, just like sitting there and binge watching YouTube or Netflix. It can be addicting. But set aside time, schedule your time, and there's always time. If you have things to prioritize, and like you have to clean the house, you have to seriously make time, at least a few minutes a day to do that and take care of other priorities and don't neglect them, because it can be very easy to get carried away. You're succeeding, all of a sudden money's just flooding in and you forget about watering the plants outside or calling your grandmother who's ill. You know, like, you gotta really like realize that you can enjoy your life in the process, but it goes so fast sometimes, fast paced, that like you gotta live in the moment really, and you gotta realize like ultimately, what am I here to do? What's my purpose? And you have to connect with that. So that's why I say like that's your time to connect with that each and every morning. Like, get all that stuff done in the morning, meditate, pray, do whatever you want to do, and then start your day and then do the things you have to do. Because if you don't, you're just going to start your day like mindlessly aiming, and you end up working literally all day, and you don't even have that time to write in your journal or focus on your dreams, right? And then you're a mess and you don't know what just hit you and where you are and who you are anymore. And so, you know, you have to also plan and prepare for emergencies, like emergency expenses, budgeting. It's a lot. So probably people have wanted me to do an online course of it. I don't know what it is. Like, I know it's just good money. I would make $1 bajillion doing online courses, but I just don't have the passion or really care to do it. I just don't. I don't know, like, good for people who do it or have the time and energy to do that. I just don't. Like, I don't care to be a teacher, if that makes sense. I'd rather give free information, and then you support me in other ways if you feel like this was priceless information. I don't feel... Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my thing. See, that's what makes me separate and unique from others, perhaps. I just don't feel right doing online courses. Like, what would I teach you? Like, I don't know if... it just blows my mind. Like, people have always recommended me, and, like, it's actually, like, pretty highly requested as well. And I'm like, I don't know what I would talk about. Like, I feel like I would get... No, it's just not my passion. See, like, that's not my main focus. So why would I do it to begin with? So, you know, but anyway, my point being is, like, it kind of frustrates me, like, that it's like, I know it would be good to do that, but I just really don't want to. I'd rather give this to you for free, like this kind of information. I'm weird, I know. Well, I don't do everything for the money, so that's just my style. But yeah, if you found this information priceless and you want to support me, I have a bunch of services on TonyBomboni.com. Feel free. That's your way of showing me love and support. If you want to donate to my PayPal, it's right there on the front page, okay? Just click the donate button, and maybe you got some information out of this, and this is your little online free course. So, hey, there you go. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I hope this helped you, and I think I covered pretty much everything. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.